Okay. I wasn't.
Oh, there we go. Now it's showing.
The minute you said you started recording, I had like 1,000 burps popping up, so it was really hard to restrain them.
The anxiety burps.
Yeah.
Like those little.
Hello, everybody. We have been talking for the last 10 minutes about our celebrity crushes, so we're all just so hot and bothered.
That's how we're gonna start prepping for
an episode. Yeah.
We're just gonna look.
We gotta blow some steam now.
Yeah. Things are getting a little too intense over here at the keep.
We should do a Venture Maidens huddle before battle and just like talk about all of the things that like all the dudes that we like and in Kara's case all the ladies that we're into, like that way we're like ready to go raging into battle.
Oh, Gidget. A woman worth fighting for.
Oh,
He doesn't have a crush yet, though.
Kristoff.
You said you didn't want any crushes. I'm taking that to heart.
Remember Corin?
Oh, okay. That's fine. What?
Oh yeah,
Corin. You guys had like a little moment that could have been.
Oh, I mean, nothing is ever set in stone.
He just didn't kill you. That was the moment. He like fought to not kill you while he was possessed by.
I may not want any crushes, but if it happened, if you brought a character up and Saya feels something, I can't stop that.
Okay, I need to do better. Person. I need to make dream people. Shame on me. All right, well, let's get this rolling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 28 of the Venture Maidens podcast. I am your dungeon master, Celeste Konowich.
I'm your elven warlock, Arna Delathil, played by Brittany.
Ready.
Hello.
I'm Nassim, playing your human monk, Sayanur.
Good job, guys.
I like all of our pauses, guys. They remind me of someone.
Shatner, William.
Yes, and I am Sage, and I play Kara Brunhilde, our lovable barbarian.
We are so excited to play for you guys. Last time, like, the chat was so lit. We had so much support.
It was amazing.
You guys were awesome. And, oh man, we have to recap all of that stuff that happened. Where did that episode start, everybody?
Oh, man.
It
started with you guys getting a broke-ass hawk that you had to, like, mercy kill. And take a
broke-ass hawk.
Yes.
And you had to...
Oh, yes, and
a suffering creature.
No, he's very poor. He's broke-ass hawk.
Fucking broken.
Kara showed up Mercy onto it, and Saya read her the note, which was about how Rem and Silvar? Yes, right? Yeah, Silvar have to go to, like, the high city where the Empress is. Which is not
Zarina.
Zarina. Oh yeah, and Zarina.
Because.
Zariel.
Zariel, there you go.
Second. Because alliteration.
Who we also found out is Isolde's, like, cousin.
Mm-hmm. That's why they needed to go. They were, like, charged for, what, kidnapping, basically? Isolde and holding her?
So Rem had a few crimes leveled against her. So it was harboring a criminal, operating a mercenary organization without permission of the state, and the kidnapping of Isolde Tristane, cousin to the crown.
Right, there we go. So we decided to go up and find Rem, and that she would be most likely by Isolde's side, because this is definitely a ASAP kind of note.
Yes.
And she was kind of distraught.
Yeah. You guys gave her the note, and she's like, okay, anything else? Okay, thanks, bye. And basically shut you out.
Mm. Yep. The notes I took for our last episode read, bird note about Rem, Sylvaris being tortured, Arnie.
Good. It's a good summation of last episode. We're done now. We can jump right in. And then what happened, you guys? We sort of went in our three separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Arnadelle, do you want to start?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened, girl?
One of the
So
most beautiful scenes.
it was really nice. I was rewatching it and I was like, oh God, this is so lovely. So I kind of we ended up back at the middle sister, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly know how we departed that. I think Aaron was like, I want to show you something, and I'm like, okay.
Whoa.
And so he like whisks her away to like a mini teleportation thing to a secret part of the cavern where he likes to go to think when things get tough, and it's like absolutely gorgeous. There's singing mushrooms and like little fae things that are dancing around. It made me think of do you guys remember that in like it was like 2004 there was the 2004 version of Peter Pan and there was like a scene where they like
oh my God,
remember?
yes, the most beautiful with what's his name?
Yeah, the little blonde
what was
boy.
his name?
And
Yeah.
he takes Wendy to the fairy ring and they start like dancing and floating and they have that like I that's what it made me think of. Actually might
That's love.
I
Yes,
might
that
rewatch
scene is
that.
pure
That's
Yeah,
love.
and it
nice.
was like really really innocent, you know, just like really special and unique, and they finally have a moment to like really talk to each other without feeling awkward and like nobody's around, so they can really like focus on each other. And he was like, what do you want to know? And Arnold's like, I want to know everything about you, like super sincere and genuine.
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 I like it. It's a new word now.
Yes, genuine. So is a squad walk.
Yeah.
Squad walk.
The squad walk. So she plants another kiss on him, grabs his face. She's getting a little bit more like touchy feely with him. They've broken that barrier, so she's gonna kind of probably explore a little bit more of like little touches here and there because she's like, ooh, this is okay. Like, ooh, I'm into this.
It's allowed.
It's allowed. Yeah. So that's what happened with Arnadelle.
And then Kara, let's talk about you.
Oh, so yes, Kara had gotten this mysterious note from this individual called Gidget and was like, oh, I've heard you're the dwarf who does like magic. Well, I'll show you magic. And Kara's like, well, fine, fuck you. You're gonna be wrong. And then it turned out to be this amazing, sweet little, is she a halfling or a gnome?
No.
No, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, the super sweet pink-haired gnome named Gidget, who is just like the most adorable thing that Kara has ever seen, and was immediately just taken aback and flabbergasted while she's just like talking about all this stuff that she's really passionate about. And Kara at one point just grabs her face and is like, stop talking, time for smooching, and then was like horrified, like, oh shit, it was like full on like full body tomato blushing. Yes.
And then what did she tell you? That she had a present for you. She could do some upgrades.
Yes. And then Kara handed her axe. Was like, get to work.
Yep.
And then you hung around in her
Yeah.
shop watching her work. That's a little weird.
And Saye, wrapping it up. What happened to you?
Vlad and he showed me the way to. I was originally going out to try and see what I could do to help the people who were survived the flood. But then I heard that Kristoff was interrogating Silvar, and I asked Vlad to take me there. And when I came into the room, Silvar was badly beaten. He was tied to a chair, and he basically started shouting at me that he was being tortured, that Kristoff was going to kill him. I failed my what is it?
Insight check.
Insight check. I
believed the hell out of him.
I believe the hell out of him, and I can't really turn my back on something like that. Or Saya can't really turn her back on something like that. So after telling Kristoff about the bird note and asking him to stop, and he was ignoring me, I leaped in, and we are now going head to head.
And that's where we're picking up. We're picking up right there with Saye and Kristoff. So literally at the end of last game, it was mid I asked you to make a grapple roll, and you had charged towards Kristoff basically with the intention of holding him back from whatever he was about to do to Silvar. So we're going to start things off with a grapple check.
Oh, boy.
All right.
I don't think it's fair to use my D20 from Wizards of the Coast, so I'm going to...
Been blessed.
It's a blessing and a curse. Curse for you guys, and I'm a benevolent DM, I swear. So here we go.
It's a strength, you said?
Yes. For you, it's a strength.
15.
Oh, wow. He super didn't do great. You totally catch him off guard. And what exactly are you doing? So he's facing away from you right now, towards Silvar, who is sitting in the chair in the middle of this lavish bedroom.
I'm trying to, because he looked like he was about to lunge onto Silvar, and I don't know, lay one on him.
Slap him or strike him, basically. So
yeah.
one of his arms is slightly raised. Yeah.
So I'm going in with like my hand kind of, my fist and my arm cocked up, and I like grab him around his bicep and like try and bring his arm behind his back and grab, and then simultaneously go for the other arm the same way, and like, you know, hands behind his back, grapple him that way, and just say like, slow down. I don't know if this is the right way to do this.
Okay, you managed to get about half of that out as you go, and it's very impressive. You move with lightning reflex speed, and your agility is the only thing that overcomes, like, as you get close to Kristoff, he is a 6.5-foot tall, burly, like 300-pound half-orc. So you barely come up to like his mid-back as you go and sweep your arm and pin them behind, and he just grunts like in sudden shock.
Okay, so it's a lot more comical. I'm like a child piggyback riding over this reptile.
And so it's just the shock that overcomes him as you manage to get him in this grip, and then as you're like, oh no, wait, stop, halfway through that you just feel his like back muscles tense, and he bends over like dodging to the left of the chair. Oh my god, Brittany's
such a hot, that was such a ooh, I'm hot for you moan.
He bends over quickly, and just the weight. Fuck you.
Sorry. We looked at pictures of Raoul Bova before we started streaming. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
It's a lost cause. So he flips you over. You have a second before your feet leave the ground, and then he's just toppling, throwing your whole body weight up like in a full arc. So you slam back down onto the floor on the other side of him. Let's go ahead and make another grapple.
Can I? Oh, okay.
Or did you have something cool?
Is this just to like, as he tries to flip me, I try to like go with the momentum and turn it into a backflip to land on my feet?
Sweet. Yeah, let's make that this grapple. If you succeed, that's what you do.
Okay. 13.
Just beat you. 14.
Oh.
So you go and you try to like recover your balance as you go. So you don't land flat on your back. You manage to get your legs under you. So you're kind of in like this frog position now, flipped back, like with now he's holding on to your wrists on this side. And he moves and like tries to spin you around. And so basically the two of you are just like wrestling, going at it right now. And suddenly you hear enough. And you feel this large hand just on the back of your tunic, and you hear Kristoff go, "What?" And you suddenly find yourself suspended midair. Vlad is holding each one of you in his hands, suspended about 2 feet above the ground, and Kristoff just has this insane look of, what? Like, he just picked up this 300-pound half-orc and is just looking at you both cold-faced. Neither of you will attack each other. Madam, please do not attack Kristoff. Sir, please do not attack the madam.
The madam?
And Silvar,
Vlad,
just sitting in the chair right now. He stopped screaming and yelling, and he's just turned around looking at both of you over his shoulder with this stunned sort of expression. Are we done now, fighting like children?
Oh, got scolded.
And Kristoff is like, yes, I sincerely apologize. Please, Vlad, if you wouldn't mind putting me down. Of course, sir. And he looks at you expectantly.
She crosses her arms and looks away.
So Vlad is just holding you right now, and you're like, meh.
Yep. She's turning into a little child. She doesn't want to apologize.
Madam, do I have to escort you out of here like this? It would be shameful.
I hope Rem knows this is how you treat your prisoners, because she's going to find out what I saw.
And Kristoff just gives you this, like, stunned look. What are you talking about? This man has vital information that Rem herself asked me to retrieve. I am not harming him as much as he says. And he glances back over, and Silvar sort of, like, flinches and gives this kind of smarmy look at both of you. If you aren't here to help, perhaps you should leave me to this. I never invited you here. You're getting in my way.
Fine. He leaves.
Vlad still hasn't put you down. Now, the two of you, we have to work together. It is the only thing that can banish the darkness from our hearts. Teamwork. Yeah, and he sort of shakes you a little bit, Saye. Not enough to, like, ruffle you, but enough so you're like, oh, you're still very much in the control of this person.
All right. She's still, her arms are crossed. She's like a little teenager giving in, like, fine, yeah, okay. Sorry, I won't get in your way.
Very good. And he puts you down on the ground. And Kristoff is just staring at Vlad. It's like he can't be mad at him, but he's just looking back, and Vlad is just giving that empty, unfeeling stare back. I have not been torturing Silvar as he might have you believe. Most of his injuries were here like this when he tried to escape from us initially, when the city was flooded. Are you satisfied?
Yeah. She feels really silly. She's kind of like, head is tilted down a little bit. And she's like, this is the same trick I fell for before.
Can you make a wisdom save for me, please?
Y'all. Me and my wisdom, we're not with it.
And
7.
Okay. So at this point, Silvar begins speaking again. No, you can't leave me. You have to help here. He's lying to you. He's going to torture me. He's going to rip me to pieces. I mean, look at him. He's a half-orc. What can I do? I'm trapped. I'm the prisoner here. If you help me, I will give you gold. More gold than you could ever dream about. Saye, that's what your name is, right? And you feel just this compulsion come over you as you feel something just pulling your will towards him. And you feel yourself turning towards him and walking, like, in sympathy towards him, like you're going to untie his bonds. And Kristoff just is in there real quick with a smack just across his face. And you feel like that arcane power shift away from you, and you regain, like, your thoughts again. Believe me, I did that for your good and his. It's better if he's quiet. And Silvar is just like, he's like chewing on his broken lip, like glaring daggers.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Just remember the note. Goodbye. Vlad, let's go.
Yes, madam. I told you would not find it pleasant. And he offers an elbow to you to, like, escort you, to take your arm in his. Yeah, and you feel that coldness come over you again as he returns you to the keep.
He's totally a vampire.
That cold, necromantic touch. All right, and then let's go ahead and jump to. I think Brittany, your scene is probably going to take the longest, so let's go. All right, so last you had left off, you were seated in this little sort of spongy moss disc in the center of this cavern with the glowing lights around you, and you had heard the melodies of these strange little creatures and mushrooms around you, and you're sitting cross-legged across from each other, and you both have your hands intertwined, and you had asked him, "Tell me everything." And he takes a moment, he looks down, okay, I guess, where do I start? Well, my life wasn't very interesting, I suppose, before all of this started. I was, I worked with horses. My dad, one of the main horse traders in the land, I was learning the trade. And that was really early, and then he died, and it was just my mother and Mila and I. And one day she was taken.
Taken? What do you mean?
My sister isn't like other people. She's special. She can see things. Things before they happen. And so one day someone took her. For her power, for whatever reason. I don't know. And she was gone for about a year. Until one day Rem showed up on our doorstep, and she had brought Mila home. But she said that Mila couldn't stay with us. There would always be someone else coming after her for her gift. So she was going to take Mila to keep her safe. And I couldn't let her go alone. So that's how I ended up here. And I've been here for a while. And then I met you. And everything got a little bit better.
Arnadel blushes deeply and just kind of like, that's heavy information and like a super saturated compliment all wrapped up into one like conversation. So she just kind of like furrows her brow and looks at Aaron and is your mother okay?
I think so. She's still out there. I write. She doesn't write very well. Before this, I couldn't read or write. That wasn't exactly in my cards. Until Rem found me.
That's really...
Aww.
I don't know what to do or say.
Putty in my storytelling hands.
Arnadel...
Sorry, evil DM.
She tries to make a joke. She's like, I love to read and write. So if you ever want, I mean, I'm happy to share some of my favorite books with you. Valerius has a really extensive library, and there's some really good ones out there. There's a lot of books on horses too.
He's nodding along and just sort of waiting for you to talk yourself out.
Yeah, probably not. Arnadel, like that. Just because they're like making headway with each other doesn't mean that there's not gonna still be some awkwardness.
After a while, he sort of. So was there anything else? I don't know. I guess I went over that all pretty quickly. I'm not very interesting.
Well, Arnadel wants to tell her story, like about her sister. She's just like, oh, I have a brother and a sister. I used to terrorize them when I was younger because, I just wanted to practice making potions and stuff. So, I needed people to practice on.
Oh my God.
They would try some of my. Most of them were fine, but I accidentally blew up my.
Can
parents'...
absolutely see you doing that.
Yeah, I blew up my parents' kitchen, and that's when they sent me off to Blackstaff Tower. And I was kind of sad at first because I thought it was a punishment, but actually it ended up being the best time of my life. I got to excel at my studies, and I actually met the headmaster and became good friends with him, and that was really cool. And actually, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. So I guess I owe books and reading a lot. I would have never met you. And then she laughs really hard and awkwardly. I'm not gonna recreate that.
Yeah. So I guess I had another question. I mean, you're an elf, so you've been alive for a while. He's like, and then he looks like nervous, like he might have said the wrong thing, and looks at and
I mean, I could say that you've been a while alive for not very much time, so it's relative, I suppose.
Yeah, and is that a problem for you? I mean, I honestly haven't met many elves, so I'm not sure, I guess, how to go about this.
I mean, I think you're probably overthinking things, because I mean, I had a couple of half-elf friends, and that didn't seem to be a problem. I mean, there's potions for everything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting a bit heavy real quick here.
Yeah.
He's like getting into like long-term territory, and we just had our first kiss.
Yeah.
And he just sort of shakes that off and is like, okay, I'm not talking about anything here. I guess what I'm trying to ask or ascertain or figure out is, I don't know, for someone who lives this long, what is moving slow and what is okay? Because there are really some things I would like to move very quickly on.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
Oh dear!
Yes, honey.
Caught a case of the
Yes,
vapors.
honey.
Dang! Oh my gosh, Arnadelle probably doesn't understand. I mean, she can't be that stupid. Okay, this is a legit.
I don't know.
How dumb? Yeah, she's got to know. She catches it. She's like, and she starts to kind of fumble around, and she's like, Listen, okay. I think we need to be honest with each other. I like you very much. I think that's obvious. And I am picking up what you're putting down. I guess I just ask if you could be patient with me, because that's a lot. That's asking a lot. Like, yes, but just, can we get used to holding hands and kissing, and then we can explore that?
He takes your hands very gently and kisses one and then the other. That's completely fine. I just was worried I wasn't moving fast, or I don't know, you're an elf, like who knows how long, and I mean the stories, and then like how am I supposed to measure
it's
up?
Okay,
and just,
I know a lot
I don't know.
more.
I know the way elves are, and there's half elves everywhere, and I don't really understand.
She just squeezes in. She's like, I know a lot more about anatomy than you do.
Oh yes, she does.
Okay, and let's jump over to see what Kara's doing. So Kara, Gidget has been working on your axe for a while, and it looks like at one point she actually saws off like the bottom piece of it, and there's like, but then she connects this strange, like almost, it looks like a battery box of some kind, and like adheses it on there and screws it back in and like wraps and plates something else, and then you see these copper strands and wires get lined up into the handle of the axe, and it kind of gives it this cool bronzy sheen. And after about 25 minutes, where she has completely ignored you this entire time, 100% absorbed.
That's totally fine. She's just been sitting there with this look of like awe and adoration on her face, just like, Wow. You're so cool.
You're so neat. And she eventually just suddenly steps away from it, and she pulls her goggles up and puts them on top of her head and puts her hands on her hips and is looking at it, and she goes, damn, I'm good. And all right.
Oh my god, I'm trying not to fall over.
Okay, give it a swing.
And she goes to pick it up and, all right, let's give it a whirl, and pshaw.
No, you gotta hit something. That table over there. Go for it.
Oh, all right. She picks her up, her axe, throws it back over her head, and whoosh, right over in front of her.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh boy, we all know that that's what I'm the best at. Alright, that's not gonna be bad. What's my dex again? 15.
Okay. So as you collide with this wooden heavy desktop, you feel this sudden recoil come into your axe as this lightning streaks out from the blade and just smashes a bunch of objects up on the table. And you weren't really prepared for it, so you get like zapped as you go and like kind of jolt a little bit, and the axe like goes a little bit out of your control just as you kind of lose it. And she's over in the corner like gleefully like, do you love it?
That's pretty impressive. Oh man, this is awesome.
And this is just a minor upgrade. You know, I've been working on a couple other different theories. I think by next time you come back, I might be able to do something with that armor of yours too.
All right, you just gotta let me know when I gotta take it off.
Oh, I will.
Wait.
Don't worry.
She gives one of those like really obvious like slow winks.
She like scruffs her hands through her hair and forgets the goggles are there and knocks them off, and she's like, oh shit. Yeah, I think we'll be ready to play that game next time. And so in mechanics, how this works, your axe now, you actually activate the function on it where you can deal an extra 1d6 of lightning damage. And then each time you hit on a 5 or a 6, it recharges and you can use it again.
Do you wanna know why she picked lightning?
Why?
Because the sparks are flying between us.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I didn't want to hear it. That's why. God damn it!
You could have picked cold, and there would have been no pun.
Well, you already get like sonic damage with your helmet, and I was like, okay, lightning, it's fine.
Thunder and lightning, it's frightening.
You guys talking about my thighs?
Anyway.
Oh my!
We're not allowed to look at celebrity pictures before these games anymore.
We have
This
to.
is too much.
All right, so yeah, she's gonna do she's her axe, and she's going to saucily saunter on out of there and be like, well, I'll let you get back to it. I better go find Arnie and Sawyer.
She slaps your butt as you walk by and runs over and is like, ee! And then hides behind her counter. Until next time.
Yeah, maybe I'll catch you at the Middle Sister or something.
Oh, yeah. Man, those stairs are big.
I know what you mean.
Short people problems.
I prefer the term vertically challenged.
Excuse me. Yes.
So much worse.
All right. So, Sawyer, where would you like Vlad to take you?
Probably back to my room. Or no. To the other places, the other floating islands that the kids were on. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna go there next.
The kids are all down at the keep.
Okay, well then I'll go there.
Okay, so you launch forward into the middle of the courtyard, and you more just appear, and there's a little black trail of smoke as you pop into existence. Is there anything else the madam requires? I am being summoned. And he, like, makes his eyes up to the sky like he's listening to something.
God, I love him so much.
I want to play Vlad as a character one day.
Yeah, right.
I bet he would be really fun to cosplay.
I should make his character sheet. I should make all their character sheets.
I want to just look at him and ask very nicely, like, how can you do that, Vlad? Where do your abilities come from?
He looks down and sort of blinks. I traded a lot in my youth for a dark gift or two.
Oh, shit.
Someday, I hope we can talk about your journey.
Of course. Is there anything else the madam requires?
Just some of that fabulous green tea you brought me before.
He looks at you and he makes a very slow, deliberate wink. And then pulls out another flask and hands it to you. And you think you see the slightest curve of a smile before he goes gliding off.
Aww.
He's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go play with the kids.
So as you walk back out, I'm going to say you encounter Kara in the little square. So you two run into each other.
Yeah.
Does she look blushed?
Oh yeah. She looks much more flustered and a hot mess than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's her choice to be a hot mess.
I know.
So where did you go? Who was that Gidget person who asked you to see them?
She grabs your arms in like a full grip and like looks at you dead in the face. And is like, the most amazing person I have ever met.
Oh my goodness.
Oh girl, we gotta gossip.
So I looks around immediately for like a quiet area and I like takes Kara by the hand and like skip forward to it.
Squad walk.
Squad walk. We squad walk to like under a tree or something.
It's a nice little private bench.
All right. We are gonna bounce back. Brittany, what are you doing? What would you like to do?
I think Arnadel, they've been down here, for like a couple hours?
It's been like 30 minutes.
Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know. I think she wants to just keep hanging out.
You can just chat and hang out.
We're just like chatting and hanging out. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to do it. So she's looking at Aaron. They're probably like having like pleasant conversation about like random shit and like making jokes and laughing.
First date stuff where you're like telling weird stories.
Yeah.
About your friends and the drugs you did in college.
Yeah.
And,
We've established Arnadel experimented when she was in school because of that mushroom incident.
Alchemist.
Yeah. She was like, hey.
Yeah, what?
She had like a handful of friends, but then like when she figured out a couple of different like chemical recipes, like she made a lot more friends. So she was able to navigate.
Arnadel's a drug dealer.
She paid off those loans real quick.
Yeah, you know.
Nobody asked too many questions.
And she became an enlightened young elf. Crack his back, acid trip. No. So yeah, they're just like shooting the shit. Maybe I'm hoping that maybe like telling these like fun stories about how she could cut loose and while she was in school maybe help to show that side of her. You know, like she's not a total nerd. She likes to have fun and she likes.
He's having a great time.
Okay.
You're both having a really great time because honestly, you haven't had a lot of time thus far to just stop and talk to someone.
Alistar Fitzpatrick is there, right?
Oh,
there's some bonding.
What's he doing?
Yeah, there's got to be some bonding with Alistar, you know, is like, I'm guessing because of Arnadel's feelings, since they have that telepathic bond, she can sense that Alistar also likes Aaron, right? Like,
that's adorable.
Yeah, like super comfortable. The same way, like, you know, when you're like, my little dog is so much more than just a pet. Like, she's like we're super connected. So like I can sense like immediately when she doesn't like somebody or when she's like comfortable around people. So I'm assuming that's the same kind of thing, but like maybe even more intense because magic. So yeah, like they're bonding and it's really cute. And I'm like, so, you know, like stupid questions like, what's your favorite animal? And like, oh, what's some crazy shit
what's your favorite color?
What made you a rogue? Oh, can you teach me how to pick a lock?
Great. All right, so that is all happening. Flashing back over to you guys. You're gossiping about everything.
Yeah, she's sharing her everything about Gidget.
Saya is giggling. She's clapping. She's so happy for you.
When you're in the middle of this, you don't even notice as a figure approaches you. Rem suddenly appears there, looking still very haggard, sad. And she's holding the hand of a small girl who's got to be like 6 or 7 years old. Very, very pale skin, very silvery white hair, sort of an unnatural color for a little girl, and these very, very, very pale blue eyes. If you all are ready to discuss the next steps, I would appreciate you meeting me in the council chamber.
Okay.
And the little girl kind of strides forward, and she looks at both of you and shoves out one of her hands. She's like, I'm Mila. Who are you? Just kidding. Give me your hand.
Hi, Mila. I'm Saya. I give her my hand.
Yeah, she takes your hand and she like puts it between two of hers for a minute, and she looks up and she just smiles at you. And then she sticks out her hands for Kara's hand.
Kara offers her hand.
She takes it, and she sort of looks at her hands curiously for a moment, and then looks back at you, and she puts both her hands on her hips and sticks out her stomach in that little kid way. It's very nice to meet you. You've helped out my brother a lot.
Yeah, I suppose we have.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the council chambers for this very important meeting. Rem, are you coming? And Rem looks down at fondly and like shakes her head and be there as soon as you can. Do you know where your companion has gotten off to?
I'm sure we'll find her.
Yeah, I can guess where she is.
Great. Oh, see you there then. And she goes walking off with Mila towards the room upstairs that you have held Congress in so many times.
Okay.
Cool.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. Well, she's
Okay.
Aaron's brother. Maybe she didn't like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because Aaron's trying to get with Arnie.
Maybe. You helped him.
I definitely pushed him that direction a little bit.
Yeah.
She seemed to have decided that she liked you. Eventually.
Okay.
It just took her a minute. Like she was looking at something else before she decided.
Huh.
So I'm gonna assume that Arnadel's with Aaron. So I'd say we try to go look for her. Kara.
Yeah. I don't know where to look. Her room? His room?
Oh boy. It's around this time, Arnadel, that you hear a sudden splashing of water, and Alistar is the first one to notice it. You hear a little ah, and like some purple like glitter puffs out as he gets startled. And standing in the middle of this glowing cave, Vlad is there in the center, all of a sudden, just hovering over both of you with his great height. Rem requests your presence. I'm hoping I'm not breaking anything up. You two kids.
You crazy kids. Arnadel's like, hi Val, yeah, Vlad,
Yeah, absolutely. Did you want both of us? Or just, no, just Arnadel?
I mean,
And he goes, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
I look at Aaron and I'm like, well, I can't get back like without you, so.
Yeah, it's just, this means that you're probably heading out again. So.
Oh my god.
I mean, maybe
It's,
you'll go with us.
Aw.
You've been on a couple of missions with us.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm just really grateful we got this time.
Me too. We'll have plenty of more.
And I, look forward to it again.
Um,
Madam, if you would grab my hand, I'm sure Mr. Shadewalker can find his own way back.
Arnodel's kind of like crestfallen. She's like, okay, and just kind of turns and looks at Aaron and is like, okay, I'll see you later. And then grabs Vlad's hand.
Coldness as you are teleported. And he brings you right back to in front of where Kara and Saya have been looking. My apologies. I got lost on the way. I have found her.
Oh shit, he covers fucking for friends. That's tight.
Oh, thanks, Vlad. That you made it a lot easier. Hey, Arnie, how was it? Oh my god! Wait, we have to go find Ren. But oh my god, I can't wait for you to tell me. But seriously, let's go.
but
Yeah, she's like,
Ren seemed like she was gonna be mad if we didn't get going.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to tell you guys. Oh my god! And then I guess are we like full squad walking now?
Oh yeah, we're like
everybody's
in
here now.
Same stride.
You
And
remember,
at one
like,
point,
Hocus
Kara leans
Pocus?
over.
You know when they start sniffing?
Yep.
That's what we do. That is
Exactly.
the squad walk, you guys.
It's been established.
That's
So
it.
attractive.
Okay, sorry. Please continue.
Oh, I was actually gonna jump out real quick.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we're squad walking.
Bye.
Yeah, at one
Be right
point,
back.
Kara would lean over to Arnold and be like, I've got some news for you, too.
Girl, what did you do?
You guys have been busy.
Well, yeah, your cheeks are flushed. Did you work out again, Saya?
No, I mean, I kind of almost got in a fight with. I did get in a fight with Kristoff.
Oh, shit,
What?
really?
Oh, what happened? I mean, we've got a ways to walk to the council room. We can walk slowly. Oh no!
And I, of course, like the gullible little child that fell for him, trying to get me to set him free and try to convince me that Kristoff was going to kill him. And so I kind of tackled Kristoff. But then he threw me over his back and Vlad stopped it. So, everything's fine.
Jeez. I mean, are you guys cool? Like, did you settle that? Is he gonna report you? Like, what's going on with that? Do you know?
Well, I don't know. Would he?
I mean, you guys left.
I
You
didn't really
guys
think
didn't
about
leave
that.
like with animosity, right? Like, you guys settled your dispute.
I mean, I don't know if I really apologized. I was kind of hard-headed about it.
I bet. I look at Kara. I turn to Kara and I'm like, and then look back at Saya and I'm like, I bet he respects that. Like, you've got scruples, like you, right? Kara, what do you think? Like, right? Like, that's what I think. I'm placing a bet. I think Kristoff.
But he could have totally been charming me. I don't know. He definitely tried to the second time.
No, Kristoff. I'm saying Kristoff. I think Kristoff probably. I don't think you're gonna be on his bad side for that. Like you're stepping up.
Oh, well, that I don't know. I'm not too concerned about that.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
If he could have just, answered me the first time I asked him, maybe I wouldn't have felt the need to intervene.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
I wonder what kind of magic Silvar was using on you. Maybe he's got like some kind of gaze.
Charm. I'm just so sick of people in charge thinking they can keep secrets from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or trying to keep secrets from me.
That's a bummer. Well,
I just want to help.
I mean, there's a part of me that's starting to think that some kind of bad people do deserve to get like punched in the face.
Well, sure, bad people. Well, we didn't know Silvar very well. Just knew he was a little shady.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess shady people don't deserve to get punched in the face. Like,
Everyone's got a reason to do something.
yeah, that's true. Well, we've still got a ways before the council chamber. Kara, what happened on your end?
And she, like, immediately, like, turns pink. And her cheeks get all rosy, and she's just, yeah, gushes to you.
Anytime Kara has a pause in her sentence, Saya wants to jump in and, like, finish the pause. And, be like, and she kissed her. And then she slapped her butt. And then her axe slapped. She was like,
You got a tushy squeeze.
Here, 1 second.
Yeah, so Arnadel's, like, while Kara's still there, like, Arnadel's gonna tell you guys, about her little date. And she's gonna be like, I'll wait for Sage to put. So, Sage.
Saya is, like, giggling the whole time.
Arnadel's telling you guys about her date that Aaron whisked her away on. And so she's, like, going into the details. And then she gets to the point where she's like, he was kind of asking if we wanted to hook up, you know, like, move things along physically. And I think I might try to sneak into his room tonight.
Kara gives you a hefty pat on your arm and says, "I'm happy for you, Arnie.
Do you think I should do
Glad
that?
it's working
I mean,
out."
wait, I'm asking for you guys.
Be very successful.
I'm asking for you guys' advice. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I definitely want to. I definitely want to make that happen. Like, is it too soon? Is it too...
I just spilled water literally all over everything, so hang on.
Oh no.
Well, we've just been role-playing the entire time. So.
Yeah, we have been. We've been doing good. So yeah, so Arnadel's, like, beseeching you guys for advice. Like, she's like, yes? No? Should I wait? Like, I mean, we might die on our next mission, so, like, I definitely don't want to die a virgin.
Saya, like, that's her only wisdom she can give you. She's like, I don't know very much about romance and that sort of love, but I know that the time you have with your loved ones is very precious.
Yeah.
So don't waste it.
All right. Kara?
Those are good words.
Okay. Shit, I think I'm going to do it tonight. So, okay, I'm going to do it tonight, guys. I'm going to do it.
Oh my god.
Do I gotta give you the talk?
Okay.
Maybe?
All right.
She laughed heartily.
Sorry about that. Okay. And we're back, covered in water. Got
Just
all over my
use
DM
protection.
notebook. Oh my
What
God.
would fantasy grade protection?
Lambskin.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Goat intestines.
Back in...
A magic spell, a potion.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Potions
good.
for everything, right,
Yeah,
Arnie?
that's true. I probably know how to make a potion for that.
There you
Okay. Anyway, so you have reached the door to the council chamber.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're squad walking the whole way.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost choked on my cheese.
Good. Starting off right.
Oh my god.
All right. So as you approach the doors, they are slightly ajar at this point. Rem is seated at the table, and Mila is sitting right next to her. And Kristoff is also there in the room, and he's just pacing back and forth. Immediately when you walk into the room, Arnadel, this little girl that you haven't seen before hops out of her chair and comes over. I'm Mila. Nice to meet you. Can I have your hand?
Shocked, Arnadel's like, oh, Mila! And, like, hands, like, quickly gives her hand, like, a lot of excitement. Like, very, like, oh, fuck, this is Mila! You know, like, hand.
Yeah. She takes both of your hands and is quiet for a moment. And then she looks up at you with these big eyes that suddenly go almost the same shade of silver as her hair. You will be his doom.
What?
You have to stay away from him.
Oh my
And
god.
instantly, as that like just passes, and her eyes return to this sort of blue shade, and she sort of like looks down and then looks back up and gives you this just fearful expression, and steps away from you as fast as she can.
Oh no.
Oh god.
And she scampers back over to the other side of the table and sits back down next to Rem and isn't taking her eyes off of you the entire time.
I have the same expression that I currently have on my face, which is very...
Could you describe that for our podcast audience?
Very shocked and horrified and concerned and like maybe on the verge of tears, but maybe not quite. Like just wow. Like just like what? Like tire screech, record scratch, like halts to the magic that's been happening.
Yeah, and
It's a
Kristoff,
buzzkill, yeah.
yeah, Kristoff and Rem sort of look at each other and look at Mila and all of you, and then the moment passes, and Rem, please, if you all wouldn't mind taking a seat. Seems we have some things to discuss. And she takes the piece of paper that she had previously crumpled out. It's now unfolded again, and she puts it sort of in the center of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure you all know what this contains. There are a couple things we must do here. I think, well, by this time tomorrow, Sylvar and I are expected to appear before the Tsarina. She has threatened not only the Sisters of Sorrow, but all of its members within, and I cannot ignore these charges. So I will be reporting for trial. And at this point, Kristoff, like, turns in sudden fury and is like, no, what, you can't, Rem, you're our leader, you're staying here. And she just rolls her eyes and gives this sort of expression. I think you know, Kristoff, that if the Tsarina is out for blood, she's not going to stop. And I want to protect this organization and everybody within it, so I don't see a choice. Officially, I am stepping back as reigning commander of the Keep and leaving everything to you. What I ask from the three of you is that you accompany me to the capital. I think right now, well, what Kristoff has revealed from Sylvar. Would you mind, Kristoff? And he is just furious. He is looking at her like, I can't believe you're fucking doing this. Like, clear upset on his face, and it takes him a minute. Sylvar revealed that a creature appeared to him and told him of the elemental temple beneath the city, and was the one to give him the harness. He described it as a man wearing a mask.
I look at
What did that mask look
I look at
like?
Saya super quick.
It was, from what I could tell, it seemed to be made of some kind of black material, I don't know, but he insisted he never saw this man's face, but he believed it was a fae of some kind.
We encountered this man out in the desert. He's definitely out for someone's blood.
Did you see him? Did you speak to him? Do you have any more information on who this individual may be?
He seems to be after me.
After you?
I don't know why. He's connected to my family. He's the reason my family is gone. But I don't know what else. Why he's after me.
I see. So things are coming together, aren't they? And he looks down again, and Rem is just picks back up the conversation. Mila has also had a look at Isolde. I asked her to read what she might, and Mila seems to think that Isolde's soul is gone, trapped somewhere else. in a place very close to her ancestry. As old as a fae or an eladrin, creature born of the fae, I believe her soul may be trapped in the Feywilds themselves. I think we can all very clearly point a finger. There is some powerful fae here at work. So, when I turn myself in and Silvar accompanies me, I need all of you to go and investigate what has happened to Isolde. See if you can gather any more research. Phelan, as the capital city, is full of scholars, libraries. If anybody would know who this is or what is happening, the three of you can find the answers there. I dare bring no others with me, for wrath that they may too be captured by the Sarina.
We'll come with you.
Arnadel nods solemnly.
All right.
Thank you. I know we haven't gotten to know each other very well, and I'm not sure where you factor into all of this or what is going on, but Isolde believed in all of you as much as she didn't seem to. It was sort of her way.
Yeah, Kara lets out a super loud, like, ha! Like, slaps the table.
And yeah, Rem laughs with you, and yeah, she can be just the worst sometimes.
Yeah, not too good at ingratiating herself, if you know what I mean.
No. But she had a hard life, and she came to us when we needed her most. I know her well and personally, and I beg of all of you to do whatever you can to help her. No one, especially not her, deserves this fate.
We will. We promise. We'll do whatever.
I love reading, so I will help. I will fly through that library for you guys.
Yeah.
You might be a little bit overwhelmed by the culture of Phelan. I know we've sort of kept ourselves isolated here in this keep, apart from the country until now, when we've recently been discovered because of my actions. But Phelan is a city of courtly intrigue. It is a city of diplomacy, a long history, and danger. Be wary, watch yourselves, and trust no one.
I'll be sure to bring my pedigree with me.
When do we leave, Rem?
I was thinking in the morning. So we have a couple hours of daylight left. However you wish to spend the night. Before we go, I have to put some of my affairs in order before we can leave.
Alrighty.
Any more questions for me?
Should we withhold who we are and why we're here?
It would probably be best not to mention that you're from the Sisters of Sorrow. Things, we aren't too popular these days.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And she stands up and then like seems to pause for a moment, and then she goes and she turns towards Kristoff. Commander, may I be excused? And Kristoff just like,
oh man,
gives this expression. Dismissed. And she stands up and she leaves. And Mila trails after her. She hasn't said a word. So, you all have an evening before we head out on our next big adventure.
woo!
Kristoff is still in the room if you want to ask him anything or get any more details or talk to anyone else. What are you all up to?
Carwood would want to stay and talk to Kristoff.
Sure. He after Rem leaves, He sits down at the table and puts his hands just in front of him, like on the tabletop, and just seems to be staring at them.
She takes a seat closer to him and is like, that was unexpected, huh?
No shit. It's not like Rim to give up. I don't understand her decision.
Well, I mean, she seems kind of like the martyr type. I guess she's probably feeling like she's got to fall on her sword to pay for the mistakes and the decisions that were made. And I can respect that.
He's just shaking his head like he doesn't agree or understand, and she never does anything without purpose. There are always motivations behind plots and planning. That's why she's protected us for so long. So this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm going to tell you this in confidence.
I'm still here, by the way.
Yeah, and he's looking at all three of you. As commander of the Sisters of Sorrow, I authorize you, if you have an opportunity to save her, to get her out of this, take it.
You got it.
But, of course, do not do undue risk. That is a lower priority mission than your others. Understood?
Aye, aye.
Gladly.
So tell us about the city that we're going to. I'd like your perspective on it.
Phelan is a terrible place. It is ruled by a broken monarch who keeps an iron fist on the land. Has ruled for many generations in this family, a long history of assassinating whoever it took to stay in place. It is a city filled with Eladrin, who are horrible people.
Horrible? How?
Let's just say someone who looks like me would not be allowed within the city.
She nods knowingly.
The Eladrin give many rights to their citizens. Free education, free care. It is a very prosperous and beautiful place to live if you are of the Eladrin. But there is a reason so many decided to flee and live in the wastes. And we have to take that into account as well. If there are refugees coming into the city, things could be a little chaotic as you re-enter.
Makes sense.
And watch yourself, Arnadel. The Eladrin and the elves don't exactly get along.
Thank you. Arnadel's thinking of like some disguise spells or something that she can like muster up. She's like, oh, she's like uncomfortable. This is very serious.
On the surface, it'll be safe. No one will call you out in the streets, but you may find a knife in your back the minute you lose your guard. It is that kind of place.
It's the capital. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
No one touches one of my friends and lives.
They kill each other with smiles, and then write beautiful poetry about it. the disgust
Arnadel
on his face is
hates
just
poetry.
like...
She's like, oh.
Oh God, not a poem.
No.
The worst thing I can imagine.
Fucking the worst form of words on paper.
Is there anything else you would like to ask Kristoff?
No.
I want to like walk up to Kristoff. He's like way taller than Chiz, and she's just gonna like reach up and put her hand on his shoulder and like nod at him, like
arm fully stretched.
Well, because he's like 6 foot tall, right? Like he's big. He's a big
6.5 feet.
He's
tall.
a big boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just trying to basically like, dude, hell yeah, like this sucks, but she's gonna say I love Rem as our commander, but I also wouldn't have any other commander to follow.
He nods. He doesn't say anything. He's not one for speeches.
I can imagine. That's what I like.
Unlike Rem, he's not one for speeches.
the one sentence speech.
Yeah. We are going to do this thing. Good.
Yeah. So
All right.
I think we should go. What time is it? Is it like late evening?
It's like 6. So you've got like a solid night and a day, or yeah, a solid night, and then early in the morning you'll be heading out.
All right, you guys.
Voila.
Saya's gonna go do some CrossFit.
Nice.
When in doubt, do some
Yeah.
CrossFit.
I'm gonna go eat an entire cow and a whole keg of beer, because gotta stock up for a while. Don't know when we're gonna eat this nicely again.
True. Very true. And Arnida, what are you doing?
She's gonna actually.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm actually gonna follow you.
Who's Arnadel doing tonight?
I'm actually gonna follow Saya. To.
Are you gonna work out with me?
I'm gonna work out with you.
Oh my god, she's so excited.
Yeah, Arnadel's gonna work out with Saya.
Pointers. Yeah, she's giving you pointers. She's like giving you the right posture, correcting your posture if you're ever like doing it wrong. And she's like, "Oh, you want to work on your glutes here because it's gonna make your butt look real good. Aaron's gonna love it."
With that bubble
Jalen
booty.
butt workout.
Do we have like a workout montage where we're like get sweaty and like
Yeah.
talking and just yeah?
It can be as great as yes, absolutely. You're wearing neon spandex. You have really big hair. It's amazing.
And then it's like like the final. What's the word? What's that 80s song? Like the final countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you spend the evening working out and drinking.
And eating copiously.
Great. And then you all go to sleep.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Then
You
what
guys
do we
ready
do?
for this? Okay. After our workout, and after assuming that the master of the house, our wonderful dear friend Vlad, has like brought bath stuff, like like a clean up, like add a little extra lavender to the bath. Get all ready. Arnadel is going to maybe wait until I don't know what's like 9, basically when it's quiet and everybody's like kind of asleep. And she's going to tiptoe down the hall and gently try to open. She's gonna like do a tiny little knock and try to like open Aaron's door.
Sure. Yep. So the door opens just a little bit, and enough that you see there is a candle lit on the bedside, and you hear 2 voices in the room. And Aaron is sitting on the bed holding a book, and Mila is sitting next to him on the bedside. And
damn it!
You're getting cock blocked, girl.
Yeah, super hardcore. Not what she was expecting. She should have had Alistar like fly through or something. Oh, has anybody noticed me?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna close the door super slowly, and I'm gonna like grab my little pseudo dragon. I'm gonna be like, Alistar. Like like we're having a telepathic like moment.
He looks at you back with the eyebrows. Except he tries. I mean, he just has ridges because he's like a dragon face. But he tries really hard.
Please, can you just like help me out here? Like, just go in there and like he's gonna know. Like, you're just do this. I'm just like just do it. And so I like kind of like quickly sneak back to my room and like go and like kind of shove Alistar.
You blow
on him.
Just like
Oh my God.
He seems amused by that and pretends your gust of air actually carries him off and he like drifts.
I fucking love that baby. That's my baby. Okay.
And then he lands on his ass on the floor and sort of does that thing where he puts 2 paws up and then sneezes some glitter.
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt. I'm nonstop smiling. I love Arnadel's scenes.
So yeah, she's
Okay.
like go, like help me out. I want to like this is the I can't be a virgin forever. I might die tomorrow. So she's like shoots him along.
Be your literal wingman.
Yeah, literally. My winged dragon.
And then Yeah, so Alistar, are you looking through his eyes right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he just continues at this point. He pushes into the door and is still walking up on his two paws as he goes, and he just like runs into the middle of the room. And Mila is like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute!" and goes over and just immediately starts giving it scritches. And Aaron looks down and closes the book. Arnadel, I don't think it's a good idea if I see you tonight. Mila, do you play with the dragon? Look how cute. That was clearly like for a message for you that he knew you would hear. And he just goes back to playing with the dragon.
No.
Arnadel's just like dying inside. She just is like, okay. And she's like super embarrassed and just kind of like, oh my god, like what the fuck was I thinking?
But you're leaving tomorrow and he doesn't know that because he wasn't at the meeting, so you should tell him you're leaving. At least like be like, I just want to say goodbye.
Okay. Arnadel wouldn't think that way. Okay, so she like Alistar comes back in and she quickly goes into she like opens Saya or Kara's door and is like, Kara, I need you like right now, and then like follow me, and then goes into Saya's room, and so all three of us are in there, and she's like, guys, and tells you guys what just happened, and is like, oh, what do I do?
You need to tell him you're leaving because he wasn't there. He doesn't know. You gotta at least say goodbye.
But he knows, like, I just sent my dragon in there. I can't be looking thirsty. Like, I can't look thirsty, you guys. Like, but also kind of because we might die. So, like, what the fuck? Like, what would I do? I look at Kara. Kara.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I want to, like, I don't want to disrespect his sister. That's, like, his sister.
Just give him some kind of message to say, like, hey, meet me before you go to bed. I just want to say goodbye.
Yeah. You got some kind of magic where you can do that, right?
Give him some kind of message.
Oh, man. Like, I can't, though. I can't talk through Alistar, because... then Mila will
You do that weird.
Awakened mind. Yeah,
trick.
that's right. Wow, how the fuck did I just forget I could do that? All right, so I sit and because he's really close. He's in the next room, so I awakened mind and I just let him know, and I'm like, oops, sorry, excuse me. I'm just like, listen. I get into his mind and I'm like, I don't like doing this because I know it creeps people out, but I'm leaving tomorrow and I wanted to say goodbye. Are you gonna be reading? I mean, when does Mila go to bed?
It's not a two-way spell.
And so I send Alistar in there again. He just kind of like scruffles. I give him a treat. He likes little mice.
The door is locked.
Oh, ooh, okay. So I'm like, ugh. All right. Well, I feel gross. I'm gonna go to my guys. I'm going to bed. Like, I'm so defeated right now.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm sure he'll come by before you fall asleep.
I mean, I'm pretty mortified. I'll leave my door unlocked, but like, I'm just gonna go.
Sorry, Arnie. That's a real bummer.
I feel so. It's like in real life, it's like when you meet somebody that you're really stoked about, and then you text them too many times, and you're just like, oh no, what did I do? Like, ooh. So,
or when you accidentally send them a heart.
Oh, or like,
and they don't text you back.
Oh God, yeah.
Recently happened to me.
No.
This is becoming like real life
so
problems episode.
Super awkward. We're just like, oh, okay, thanks, guys. And I look at you guys. I'm like, thank you so much for. Sorry, I'm being cringy right now. I'm gonna go to bed. I just want this to all like melt away. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I give you guys a hug, and I'm like,
oh God, yeah, no, I give you a big hug, and I'm like, he'll be so excited to see you again. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Love you guys. Good night.
All right. Good night.
And you all go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saya, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me? Or a wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
Everyone?
Just you. Saya.
Me? Oh.
Yep.
Oh, well, finally. That's the 22.
Okay. Dreams of purple smoke and black masks fill your nightmares. It just turns to horror, and you just feel yourself as you're walking down these endless corridors, hearing a voice laughing over and over again, saying, I have him, but don't worry, you'll be together soon. I love you. And again, that purple smoke just swirling, and you have a terrible night's sleep. But that's all that happens. And you all wake up. Arnadel, when you wake up, you see that there is something lying on your bedstand next to you. There is a note that just says, I'm sorry. And sitting on top of it is a familiar dagger that has been left behind for you.
Oh.
Did he just break up with me? Or was he just apologizing for the awkwardness of the night before? That's literally the thought that Arnadel had. She's like, what?
His rooms are empty. The door is open. All the belongings are gone.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God. Well.
And as you're discovering all this, Rem comes down the hallway. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Like hell. She's looking at you,
Let's
Saya,
go.
like, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Oh, Paylor.
Oh,
Good.
sorry, I just didn't really get a lot of sleep last night. Yeah, let's go.
Gather your belongings.
All right.
And you do that, and she leads you slowly and silently over to the arcane tower. And you travel up to that large teleport apparatus from before. You see Valerius and Wizban are manning the teleportation, causing that energy. As you all kind of step up, Kara, you actually hear, "Hey, you didn't think you were going to leave without another present, huh?" And turn around and
she is
Gidget,
smiling so big, like ear to ear, like full toothy grin and everything.
Yeah, and she steps up to you, and she has to stand up a little bit on her toes, and she whispers something to you. Use it only when you really need it, okay? And she gives you a kiss on the cheek and a wink, and in your hand is a small circular object that appears to be a silver-ish globe that has all of these black runes inscribed on it. And she steps back and just waves, and Rem takes a look around. It has been an honor to serve with all of you. And Valerius looks like he's gonna cry, but he looks away and like, yes, of course. Step right up, step into the teleportation. We don't have all day. We've got a trial to get to and such and such. So you all step up?
Yep.
Yeah, Arnadel is just like dark and brooding and like.
Did you take the dagger?
Yeah, I took the dagger begrudgingly. I had half a mind to leave it. Like, she's like so hurt. Like, so literally this was.
I feel so bad
This
for
was
her.
like a 180. She's like so confused and like heartbroken and like doesn't, and like the idea of like, this is why I never go after any, like, I knew it. I knew this was a bad idea. Like, I've seen so many of my friends get hurt by people that they love and people that they are interested in. She remembered like comforting friends, you know, when after breakups and stuff, and like just was like, you know what, fuck me. Like, why did I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm smarter than this. And she's just like so
as these
brooding
thoughts spin through your head, you all begin to feel that familiar vibration as the teleportation comes over you. and the keep is gone. And that's where we're ending today.
I had a feeling.
Da-da-da! We're about to get into some shit!
I'm so sorry, Arnadelle.
Man.
I feel like I've personally wounded Brittany, and I feel like such an asshole right now.
Oh
God.
Oh man, like right after the
Yeah.
first kiss, and he's like propositioned her, fucking, and she was like, "I'm gonna do it," and then
She was gonna go to his
boom,
room.
yeah, she was like planning on this, and then out of nowhere, like she's like, "Oh shit!" Like being, "Oh wow, we're here." Oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and then all of a sudden, like face splat. She like fucking fell off the wall and hit her, broke her nose. Like
this was a lot of wrapping up little mini threads, setting up the stage for some bigger stuff, and I'm really excited for what's about to happen next. I think we only have 2 or 3 more episodes left in Saye's arc, which is very exciting. So we'll see how that goes. But until next time, everyone, thank you so much, especially those of you in the chat. Check out our stuff. Check out our schedule, theventuremaidens.com. Go to our YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter, @VentureMaidens. We love you.
Come back next Wednesday for the after hours.
Yes, next Wednesday we're doing after hours again. So if you guys had fun on that stream, we certainly did. Man, that unicorn glory gives you a serious hangover. Damn. But anyway, until then, I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Konowich.
I'm your heartbroken elven warlock, Arnadelle Thil, played by actual heartbroken Brittany.
Oh, God.
Such a bummer. I feel so bad for being so happy.
Oh, shit.
It comes and goes. Only one of you can be happy at any given time.
I was your human monk, Cyanor, played by Nassim.
And I have been Kara, your infatuated dwarf, played by Sage.
All right. Well, until next time, everybody.
Venture
away! Look, we said it at one time.
God,
excellent. Oh, Bernie's giving me such a sassy look.
Oh, I know. This is heartbreaking.